Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another engaging session of D-Talk 2.0. Today, we delve into a fascinating and vital topic the floating villages of Cambodia. Our speaker, Nazrin, will guide us through the captivating world of these unique waterborne communities. From their captive lifestyles and cultural practices to the environmental challenges they face, this session will highlight the resilience and ingenuity of the people living in Cambodia's floating villages. Without further ado, let's welcome Nazrin to the stage to take us through this insightful and inspiring discussion.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will be discussing on the floating villages in Cambodia and disaster management by design. First, let's move into the introduction, a world on water. Klink and Chongnis are located around the Tonle Sap Lake in the Southeast Asia. These villages are a remarkable example of how humans adapt to natural conditions, especially to the extreme seasonal changes in water levels that can rise up to 10 meters. Rather than resisting these changes, the communities have developed systems that embrace and work with nature. Homes, schools, and markets are built in silt or floating platforms, making them an inspiring model of disaster resilient design in flood prone environments. Next is the life in floating villages. So, the life in these villages revolve around the water. Houses are typically built in stilts or bamboo rafts or even tall wooden sills. So, these allow them to float or stay above the rising waters. Boats are the primary mode of transportation, and essential services like schools and clinics are built as floating structures. Their main source of livelihood is fishing. So, while tourism provides the additional income for them. Despite economic and environmental challenges, the communities display strong cultural resilience and have maintained their traditional way of life for generations. So, these are the challenges that faced by the people of Cambodia. This can be both natural as well as man made disasters. Though built for life on water, the village still face many challenges. One of the main challenges is the seasonal flooding. So, this can become an extreme and irregular water flows caused by climate change can even displace the families. The another challenge they face is the drought. So, drought threaten food security by disrupting the fishing cycle. Pollutions, especially due to lack of proper waste management, poses health risk. Climate change has altered the lake's natural flood pulse system, affecting the ecosystem as well as their livelihood. Additionally, hydropower dams and upstream developments disrupt the natural water flow, making the community more vulnerable. Next one is the disaster management by design. So the first can be the architecture as adaptation. The homes are designed as the floating homes, so which helps to rise and fall with the water levels. They are often modular, which makes them easy to relocate in emergencies. They used lightweight and local materials such as bamboo and palm. So these ensure affordability as well as sustainability. Then community-based risk reduction. Communities are equipped with early warning as well as the evacuation protocols. Boat readiness and regular community drill improve response system during emergencies. Their one of the main part of their school curricula is based on the education on water safety. So these are the sustainable practices as well as the water management. So to deal with the sanitation and water scarcity, villagers use rainwater harvesting systems, and also to maintain the waste management, they use floating toilets. So these innovations help reduce contamination and ensure clean water supply. They also get the support from NGOs and government. So the organizations like Oxfam and Live and Learn Cambodia support these communities with emergency preparedness training, solar energy solutions, and improved sanitation infrastructure. Government involvement helps scale and sustain these efforts. So these are the lessons for global resilience. Cambodia's floating villages offer valuable lessons in disaster resilience. They show the importance of working with nature rather than against it. So low cost, locally led innovations often prove more effective than large scale infrastructure. The adaptability of these communities is inspiring, and their models are being studied and adapted in flood prone regions like Bangladesh, Netherlands, and parts of India. So, in conclusion, the hope that floats. While often seen as underdeveloped floating villages, they are pioneers in adaptive living. In a world living increasingly threatened by climate change and rising waters, they offer a hopeful vision of coexisting with nature. Their resilience, creativity, and sustainability make them a global model for future ready communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Nazrin. We welcome your inquiries on the lifestyle, sustainability, cultural significance, or environmental aspects of the floating villages of Cambodia. If anyone has any questions, please free ask now.
Am I audible?
Yes, Rahul.
So, my question is, how do the floating villages of Cambodia demonstrate a sustainable approach to the disaster management?
The floating villages of Cambodia, especially around the lake, they show a sustainability through adaptive architecture, community-based preparedness, and as well as eco-friendly practices. So the houses, hospitals, and even markets are built on floating type. So they change according to the water levels. They rise and fall according to the water levels. The communities use locally available renewable materials like bamboo and palm for building their house as well as the clinics. They for the water management they use rainwater and they use floating toilets. So to manage sanitation, this is a low cost as well as nature aligned approach.
I hope there is no further questions. Thank you, Nazrin, for that compelling presentation on the floating villages of Cambodia. Your discussion shed light on this remarkable adaptability of these communities and the broader lessons they offer in resilience, tradition, and human environment interaction. With Detox 2.0, we continue to explore critical topics that shape modern understanding of science, nature, and society. Wishing everyone a wonderful evening and see you all in the next session. Thank you.